Kevin, this particular character is the extraordinaire super criminal. How did you mentally prepare for this part?
Well, this was one of the harder characters for me, how to get started, how to really, what was he going to look like? What was he going to act like? What was his voice going to be? Somebody who's been by himself, who kind of just really goes to, the own beat of his drum. And so I actually, came into the project and didn't have a long time to rehearse. And the movie had already been going, and I came in and I had really long hair that I had grown myself and a really long beard. But because of where the scene we started with, it meant it all had to come off. I was going to have that in prison, so we didn't start with it. So I had to actually define the look in the trailer while they were shooting that day. And I had something in my mind, and I just started going really slow. And I just loved the look of Jericho. I mean, it was just a really good look.
So what drew you to this project?
I did think that the mix of the violence and tenderness and humor was something that I thought I could pull off, and not lose a bit of reality for myself.
Kevin, you choose your projects so meticulously, one at a time. Please tell me your thought process behind that.
Well, there usually has to be one scene that I really, really want to do, that I think maybe I'm the best person to say it. And I've done that probably with 95% of all the movies I've ever done, which is there's some scene in there that I think I'm the guy to do that scene. And I think that it has a level of meaning. There's a couple of moments that you don't see coming. Movies, when they're working at their best, are always about moments you'll never ever forget. And I don't know how Criminal will turn out, but I do know there's some scenes in there that you might not ever forget.
I read that you avoid doing sequels. Why is that?
I don't avoid sequels. I would do them. I've wanted to do them. I wanted to do a sequel for Mr. Brooks. I would have done one for Bodyguard. It was just we never really got to the script. I always want the second one to be as good as the first one, and sometimes the pattern with sequels is the second one's not very good. Everybody makes a lot of money, they apologize for how bad it is, and then they make the third one. So I love the idea of being in a sequel.
Kevin, you have an affinity to Western genre films. Any chance we'll see you in a Western passion project anytime soon?
Yeah, I have always loved doing Westerns, and yes, I do. I'm probably going to be directing a huge epic Western this summer. It's called Horizon, and it will either be a trilogy, 3 movies, all at once, to be seen every 6 months, or it will be a 10-hour epic Western to be seen on consecutive nights. But it's an amazing Western, and I intend to direct every episode. I'm in it, but the roles in it are just really, really amazing. I think any actor that's ever wanted to be in a Western would want these roles, and I expect to go after the great actors and see if it fits into their schedule, if they want to come west with me and make a Western. But I want to make one that people don't forget, that people revisit, and that they share.
What is a perfect day for Kevin Costner?
I have so many really good ones. Not that my life is any better than anyone else's, but I got 3 kids that are 5, 6, and 8, and today is Little League and baseball, and it's perfect for me to see them kind of go through the same things that I went through. I like to be on my tractors. You can't see them facing this way, but I'm building my home right here on this very spot. And I do a lot of the work myself, A perfect day for me is when no one gets hurt, that I don't get that phone call that changes your life. Probably the perfect vacation is me in the Caribbean, underwater, trying to pull some lobster out of its hole. And I don't know, I have been able to do so many things in my life, but the simple things give me a lot of pleasure, especially when I see them through the eyes of my children.